All right. Good morning, everyone. 22nd January here. It's a Friday. Friday's supposed to be a chilling day here today. We're going to have a guest coming in on here soon. It's going to be Tillionaire. We've had him on before, and he's going to be here soon. And then we're going to see what kind of discussions we walk into. But Friday, normally, it's a day where we just relax and chill out, and we basically see how the week went. So sometimes, there's some sort of volume, but also we're going to talk about that too. Let's take a look over here. Let's just bring our systems up on the go, make them much better. Where he at with that fat blunt? Oh. All right, let me just bring this down over here. Okay, how can we enter sells on gold now? You can't. You can't enter sells on gold now because price is still moving over here. So we're going to do some analysis over here. We're going to start with pound yen, and then we're going to go over to gold, and then we're going to slowly start to look at some of the things. Let's see here. So let's just make sure everyone's coming in smooth. Gulag is coming in. Gulag is perfect. Let's take a look at pound yen on the 4-hour chart. So 4-hour, we're basically rejecting the resistances here at 142.200. We basically rejected that. We also rejected the support down to 141.540. Looking down in the 1-hour time frame, 1 hour is obviously creating some sort of a support over here. And the reason how it's creating a support is because, this current 1-hour candle is breaking the high of the previous 1-hour candle. At the same time, we got this resistance up at 141.900. Right, so we got this range now. Looking at the 30-minute time frame, we are creating a support. Perfect. And this is a 28 pip range over here. Now within this 28 pip range, we also have this minor resistance up over here at 141.760. And I think we'll need price to break above this area for price to continue up in the 16, 15 pip range. So let's look down over here. So we got our support down over here at this point, even on a 30-minute time frame. I think if we break this level over here around, what's this price, 141.600, we can continue down towards 141.450. It's not that far away, 14, 15 pips away. So perfect. It's Friday, price is ranging. So yeah, I guess we'll have to wait here a little bit to see what happens if we break down, or do we continue breaking above 141.750. Gold has really rejected 1870 here. There's something we talked about after the inauguration was that maybe this move up was probably some sort of a liquidity grab to continue moving down. So looking at the weekly time frame, weekly is still bullish where it's going to close soon. Now we have this huge rejection from up 1956, and we're not sure whether next week we're going to start breaking down, or are we going to start to continue back up to fill these wicks. So, but what we can go off of is based on the 4-hour time frame right now. So looking at the 4-hour, we're basically coming down to support area. Looking at the 1-hour time frame as well, we're coming down to some sort of a support area. We're not really sure if there is support over here. We know there's support over here from the 19th January. So we're going to go down to the 30-minute time frame. All right, perfect. So we need this 30-minute candle to kind of close to tell us if there's a support form there or not. But other than that, I guess we're still waiting over here because price fell down a lot. It made a low over here. So whenever price makes a low in a downtrend, there's a high probability that price is going to maybe retrace, create resistance. Maybe if it creates resistance or rejects around, 1853, 1854, then we can continue down to retest this low around, 1845, around 50 to 60 pips away. So that's something we can wait to see if that's going to happen today or not. I caught a little bit of that gold down move. Oh, nice. Let's take a look at this chart over here. This is GJ. Maybe remove this minor zone and only keep this zone right over here. What do you think of my idea happened on the close of the Tokyo session? Kelvin Gove. Let's take a look here, Kelvin Gove. Let's see what's happening with your idea. Oh, wrong chart. Kelvin Gove sent the wrong chart. Can't look at it. All right, let's take a look at Euro JPY over here, and let's see what happened. Oh, okay, we're still over here. So this was the move from yesterday, right? No, this was from London session. Oh wow, yeah, that was from London session. I guess this was the move from yesterday. The interest rates from yesterday, and I guess price continued that momentum. So, oh wow, if you still had a runner from down over here, it would have been up by like 67, pretty good pips over there. Now let's see where it's heading, right? So looking on the 4-hour time frame, we're obviously coming up to fill this wick over here, but at the same time we have these clean candles coming down. So I guess there's a probability we can continue moving up at this point. So let's draw this zone over here, and then we're going to take a look at the weekly time frame at this point. So looking at the weekly, we're coming back up in this ranging area. So if you guys remember on the daily time frame, this is our consolidation, right? So this is where price consolidated for about a month. Well, 35 days. So if you look at this daily time frame right here, you can see that we consolidated, broke up, came back in the range, broke down, and now we're coming back in this range over here. Looking at the 4-hour time frame, looking at the 1-hour time frame. Now if we zoom in here a little bit on the 1-hour time frame, what we can see is that there's a resistance forming here. And if we stay above this area, I guess there's a probability for price to continue moving bullish. Let's remove this zone. Probably somewhere over here. So we'll need to see some sort of supports to be formed here on a 30-minute time frame, or even on, probably need the 30-minute to close above this area for price to continue moving. Can you please check the Chinese indicator? I think you can check it on your browser too, right? You can check your own Chinese indicator. So yeah, I think for pound yen to continue moving up, it needs to break above 141.750 to continue moving bullish at this point. But hey man, it's a Friday again. I don't expect anyone to force trades today. I don't expect anyone to kind of like, overtrade or over risk today, because a lot of people lose a lot of money on Friday, because, like if you've compounded losses over this week, you want to make those losses back. I understand that, but it's not going to happen on Friday. So Friday is supposed to be just like chilling and just enjoying the day today.
Rakeel, I've
Hey,
sent
bro.
my chart. Have a look. How are you? You okay?
I'm good. I'm good. All right.
So this is what I'm thinking based off of the higher structure, because we're currently in a bullish trend on the higher time frames. We've bounced off 141.50, which is a very strong support. So what I'm expecting is what we've done is pushed up, pull back, go back up to 142.15, and maybe hopefully break it this time.
Nice.
But yeah.
Nice. So where are you taking partial profits?
Partials, I'm not gonna take any partials on this trade because it's a swing.
Okay.
So I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna let it to run.
Nice.
But yeah, I'm gonna try. What I'll do is I'll move my stop losses into profits as we start to move into profits.
Okay. Sounds good, man. Let's see what happens here today for this.
Yeah. Only problem is it's a Friday. That's the only thing that's a little bit. Are we gonna get that move on a Friday, end of the week? That's the only problem.
I think for your trade to be successful, to go all the way up towards 142.100. So let me just point it out right over here, right? So you're expecting price to come up towards 142.200 right here.
Yeah, 142.150. Well, our previous 4-hour spot was.
Well,
so we bounced off it.
Almost like the same area. So
Yeah.
for that to happen, you need price to break above this minor resistance, and then for price to break above this area to continue moving bullish. Yeah, so I guess if price breaks above this area, then you should secure some positions.
Yeah, my stop loss is because it's a swing, my stop loss is a bit wider. My stop loss is underneath 141.
Yes, right
50.
over here.
So it's around 141, 480.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I'm anticipating.
Nice.
yeah, let's see how it goes.
Well, I wish you all the luck with that trade because I don't think that entry was a good entry, and the reason why is because we don't have any bullish candles forming at this point. So even if you're looking
Yeah,
for a swing trade, you at least need a 1 hour candle to close bullish so that you can say, okay, you know what, I entered at least one candle closing bullish.
yeah. Well, I went where I wanted to enter. Pardon me. Was around 141, like 580, just to get that initial bounce off that 4 hour sport. That's what I
Okay,
wanted to do, but I wasn't on the chart, so I missed it. But yeah,
nice.
late entry. I'm trying to swing, so I'm
Okay,
gonna see if it works. Testing.
good. Yeah, let's see what
I've got a
happens.
lower position as well, so
Is it Roger?
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, so we've hit that 142 like several times, but I think that when you look at the fundamental picture, with the hospitals filling up, economy 80% of it still shut down, and all that, I'm looking at it in the sense that, say, in a few weeks' time, when the news comes in, actually the vaccines have been sort of people have been jabbed and the economy's about to open up, I can see it rocketing. That kind of news coming in and causing it a rocket. But in the kind of negative scenario that we're in as the whole economy as a whole, it looks like a rejection area to me again, until we get something positive news coming out from the economy, really.
Yeah. Yeah, the only positive news I think is going to be, okay, guys, you know what? Like, majority of the population has been vaccinated, and then we can start to open businesses back up again.
Yeah, absolutely. Because their plan is by mid-February to have the 10 most vulnerable groups to be vaccinated.
Oh,
And yeah, so that's what they've done it. So they're going from like over 70s or over 80s, then over 70s, then over 70s with health conditions, sort of like 10 groups, and to get them vaccinated by. And they're doing, I think yesterday the news was like they're doing 200 jabs a minute, which is like pretty cool. So I think that news, and then the other piece of news is how many people get the second jab, which is they delayed it. I think it was meant to be between 6 weeks to get the second one, and now they're saying no, within 12 weeks thing. And how they actually execute that, I think, will be a fundamental factor.
oh wow, yeah, it's pretty sick. Paper trade today from London session. All right, let's take a look over here. So this is your JPY over here. This 15-minute candle is about to close bullish over here. I would want the 30-minute candle to close bullish over here, because the reason why is because as this candle is coming up over here, and we know that it's like kind of like breaking above this minor resistance here as well. The only problem is the reason we needed to close bullish is because we got a rejection right over here and we got a rejection right over here. So as long as it's still open, we're not sure whether it's going to reject this wick or reject this wick, right? Up until it closes. So if it closes above this minor resistance, then we know, okay, like, you know what, there's some sort of confirmation for price to continue moving up. But if it closes below this resistance, then obviously it's rejecting that area. So which is why it's really important to wait for this candle to close to give us that confirmation. This is gold 5-minute. Close under support. Need this candle to close bearish to enter. Oh, nice. Yeah, I agree with this idea here. Looking on the 5-minute time frame, yeah, right over here. It's playing out just as you marked up on this chart at this point. For price to continue falling down. So nice. I hope you executed on that. Because if it rejects that area, it's going to come down to continue to fill this area over here, 1845, like coming down towards 1845 even. But then again, you got to be very cautious too, because if it's breaking this low, then it should theoretically continue pushing bearish without breaking the high at 1851. So nice one. Yeah, that was a very good analysis. What about 15-minute confirmation? 15-minute confirmations are weak confirmation time frames. Like you got this 15-minute candle closing right over here, but the overall 30-minute, it's still open. So we need to see a 30-minute candle to close over here for price to continue moving. Hey, I live in the UK and I applied to work on a testing site. The impression I get, it's a heavy push. So I imagine there's also fast rate of vaccination coming also. Oh. Yeah, I think that's what's going to happen. Like they're going to start vaccinating from the construction sites too. But let's see. Let's take a look at this chart over here. Euro CAD filled clean 4-hour range, just tap the top of the wick over here. If price breaks with retest confirms bias can be taken. Okay, so you're looking for some sort of a retracement. Even if you don't get that retracement on Friday, I think it's still fine. You know, still pretty okay. Oh, look at that gold starting to reject over here. This is the thing. When you execute on gold and it's just first execution, and if you get stopped out with that, I mean, if it does continue to break up over here, then just wait a little bit. But if it's continuing up to make a top wick, then it should continue down, break the slow, and we should see a continuation move down. But the only problem is that the previous 15-minute candle closed bullish. You know, even though you're getting the confirmations on the 5-minute, the higher time frame 15-minute is still bullish at this point. You know, so that's why we've got to be a little bit cautious on the small time frames.
Hey Raja.
Hey Reno.
So what I see for Euro JPY, when you open a chart, I've made a paper trade because I made profits in the pre-London, so it's not necessary for me to trade anymore. But I made a paper trade executing on the 50-minute candle. It is as it was broken. Sorry for my English.
Yeah.
My potential target would be 126.509. This is what I'm checking out right now. Maybe.
Oh, it's kind of like the same targets I have around here. 126, 509, 500. Yeah, it matches up with all this major resistance up over here too. What time is the guest coming on? It's going to be on, I don't know, probably like around maybe in 30 minutes, like an hour. The guest is in the East Coast. No, West Coast. So, you know, they're a couple hours behind us. All right, what's going on over here? Candle closed below right here. You took a sell, executed a sell. We're expecting price to go down with London opens. The price came down over here. Hit shifted stop loss secured 4.2 pips. Okay, yeah, still worked. You managed to make it work. Price came down. Nice. You could have secured more, but I guess it is what it is at this point. Would it be a good sell on pound yen below 141.450 to target up to 141.200? Yeah, that's what I'm looking at over here too. I'm looking at a break below 141.600 for price to continue down. But what I see over here now is that the candles are trying to break above this minor resistance to continue moving bullish. We still got about 12 minutes left for this candle to close. So I think it's going to be a good idea to wait for it to close and expect the next one to continue moving bullish. Will the session on February 21st will be on Zoom? We've yet to decide that, whether it's going to be on Zoom or on YouTube, but probably the announcement is going to be made around 2 or 3 days before that. So people who don't know what's happening on the 21st of February, not Zoom over here, we're having a risk management webinar for everyone. So, this is it, that you can see it on the screen there on YouTube. The things we're going to go on, topics, risk management. So we have classified risk management in 3 sections. So this is going to be a very comprehensive webinar on how to manage risk based on candle patterns, on candles highs and lows. So yeah, I think it's going to be a very good webinar. It's going to be a virtual class. So it's going to be like me on a whiteboard, and we're going to go through a lot of things over there related to risk. Okay, I took this entry on gold in pre-New York. What's your opinion on my trade? Ooh, gold entries. Let's take a look over here. So see, this 5-minute is still respecting the highs over here, and this means it's broken the low over here as well. So there's some chances for the 15-minute to flip bearish. Let's take a look at this chart. This is a trade on gold someone took from the Gulag. Oh, this was a trade right over here. Formed minor support. Impulse entry at the break of this wick. Oh, nice. Very nicely done at this point. So we created support on the 15-minute time frame, and you entered a sell as we broke the low over here. Nice. This is a very, very nice move here. 47 pips. Well done. It's pretty impressive. Caught the volume push coming down. Okay, let's take a look at this chart. Oh, we saw this. Let's take a look at this one over here. Ooh, wrong chart by Marvin. Would you explain how the commission from Dominion Market would work regards buying either the microfluidity or magic keys? Yeah, so it's like when you take trades, right? So when you take trades, you pay commissions. Like normally you see those commissions in your history. So what's going to happen is the Dominion Market says like you can use those commissions. You can send an email and you can use those commissions to purchase magic keys or to purchase, you know, some educational course and something like that. So that's the difference with commissions, that you can use those commissions to your benefit. So I think it's a good way, because that way, like, you know, what's going to happen is that once you have access to education, you're going to be able to trade better, you know, and the more you trade on a platform, the better they get, you know. So, I mean, that's the whole thing. Because normally when people trade on brokerages, they can't trade, and when they can't trade, they lose money, and when they lose money, they leave the brokerage, right? Because they think that, hey, like, you know what, this brokerage is be-booking us and all that shit. You know, so that's the reason, like, we want people to trade properly. We have the live streams here so we can, like, you know, kind of like guide people in the right direction. But then once you have access to that information, to commissions, man, then you're going to be trading even better. And that's going to generate more profits for the platform, obviously, you know, because the more you guys trade, the more money the brokerage makes. It's very simple like that. I'm using impulse entries on Indian stocks. This week is profitable, but I'm learning the Forex. Oh, interesting. All right, let's take a look over here. This is pound yen patiently waiting over here, but 1 hour hasn't formed support yet, so we'll wait. Yeah, I think it's a little bit of a waiting game over here because, you know, this is a resistance area and we're not sure whether price will break above this area or continue down. So we have to wait. Looking at the 30-minute time frame as well, we're waiting for 7 minutes left. Euro JPY is still open. I think if this candle closes bullish, there's an opportunity for price to continue moving bullish. We got right about a 20 pip range over here for price to cover, and I think it's going to be a pretty good idea for it to continue bullish. Let's take a look at the Chinese indicator over here, and we're going to take a look at some news. So basically what's happening here is that pound, they're saying it's really weak, euro is strong, yen is weak. So this basically means that euro yen should be continuing to move bullish. So if you get that technical indication right over here, so I think that would make sense, right? If this candle closes bullish, then everything is in our favor for price to continue up on Euro JPY. And I think this is a very, very clean, easy range here for this pair to fill out. So we're going to see what happens here. Canada is about to close in 6 minutes. Pound yen about to close as well. Gold is about to close as well. It's just, now see this, how the 5 minute is creating the small candles over here. This means that the volume is dying a little bit. You know, the volume to go down is kind of like decreasing at this point. So you're getting more cautious about sells if you're in any sells. So take a look at this chart over here. This is a pound yen chart. I will enter if this candle closes bullish. Sells below 140.1675. All right. Let's measure this range. This is like a 14, 15 pip range on a Friday. Yeah, I'd be cautious about this range. Well, first let's see how this candle closes in 5 minutes. Just wanted to say I applied what you show us here and killed it with Ethereum. Oh, nice. Things work on Ethereum too. Is it a good idea to enter when the price on EJ break current candle high, or better confirmation? So here's the thing. Let's say this candle closes bullish. What's going to happen is that some people are going to wait for the candle to break the high over here. So when you wait for the candle to break the high, not only your stop is bigger, right? But your take profit is also smaller at this point, right? But if you wait for the candle to close, and if you enter right at the candle close, not only your stop loss is smaller at this point, but also your reward is much bigger at that point. So I think it's going to be better to enter when the candle closes like a bullish candle, rather than to wait for the high to be broken. Because realistically speaking, if you're waiting for the high to be broken, then you're basically, like you're sacrificing some pips over there, which you can convert to money. Hey man, you think the currency strength is something to really have in consideration? I don't think so. It's we use it for just shits and giggles, like we don't put a lot of pressure on the currency strength meter to say where price is gonna go. So looking right over here, we had a bunch of news over here. Negative news for the pound too. CAD core retail sales. So we're gonna see how these come out. I think CAD retail sales are gonna be bad because in Ontario, Ontario is a major financial hub of Canada, and everything is closed in Ontario. There's no retail sales happening. All malls are closed, doors are closed, everything's closed. So we'll see how that news affects price. But I think this should be a negative impact because look, like they're expecting good numbers. Core retail sales, they're expecting 0.3%. They're expecting bad numbers on retail sales. I think they both are going to be pretty bad. Yeah, I think both of them are going to be pretty bad. So let's see what happens. If I have a trade on two different pairs and I click close custom, does it close custom only on the chart I'm on? Yes, it's going to close custom on the chart you're on. All right, let's take a look at this chart over here. This is wait M30 to close above to go long right over here. Okay. I think at the same time, if you're looking for buying positions, you have this sort of like a resistance at this point right over here, which you need to take into account. Because if price closes above, of course, you're expecting price to come up over here, but then you got this resistance here. So it might reject over here. So we're going to keep an eye on that. Looking for sells below this area looks pretty good too. Looking for sells below this area. We got clean range. We got some hurdle right over here. But I guess if there's volume, we can pass that area with volume as well. So it's a solid idea. We just got to wait to see if it's going to play out or not. The stream is so useful I can't even go to the bathroom since I might miss something. I do it. Maybe go to the bathroom with your phone. It's going to be much better. Let's take a look at this. This is a gold chart. Looking to get a bearish candle or a candle to break the slow to enter sells. Okay. Yeah, that looks good. Because currently 15 minutes just creating a support over here, and this candle is about to close in a minute and a half. And if it closes, we're just creating a support, and then we'll need price to break below the support to continue down. Or we need price to come up, create like a minor resistance, and then continue down. All right, what's happening over here? This is a London. Oh, wow, look at this trade over here. This is a London session trade. Sells, I'm waiting for it if price closes below 141. I can't see the prices here, so nice. Looks like it's worked. Oh, sexy women in Milton. Women in Milton don't look like this. We don't have Asians in Milton, man. All right. Oh, all right. Let's take a look over here at this chart here. Okay, this is the same. This is the same thing there. What's your thoughts on Euro AUD? I think if you send a chart on Euro AUD, we're going to take a look at it. Then we're going to see what's happening. But currently, what's happening right now is that. See, since we were waiting for price to close above on the 30-minute time frame, we can see how the 30-minute candle on Euro JPY is rejecting that resistance, and now it's closing below that resistance. Looking at pound yen over here, we can see the 30-minute candle is closing like a, like a bullish candle, but with the wick. And now we got to look on the 15-minute time frame, and what we see is that the 15-minute is basically rejecting this minor resistance at this point. Of course, the 30-minute candle has closed bullish, creating a support with the indication that this current 30-minute candle can go up, but at the same time, we see this minor resistance over here and the 15-minute candle rejecting. So we need a 15-minute candle to break above this area to give us that confirmation we're going to continue moving up. And without that confirmation, I don't think we're going to continue moving up. So, it's just something you need to keep in mind. Also looking at the 1 hour over here too. We got a little bit of an issue there. So we shall wait, no problem, we'll wait. Looking on gold over here as well, 15-minute candle closed bullish, so there's no sells at this point. 30-minute candle is also closed bullish, so there's again no sells at this point. What do you think about gurus that claim to trade like big institutions and banks? There's no such thing as gurus trading like big banks or institutions, because obviously the banks don't tell us where they're entering. Banks don't tell us where they're taking profits. Bank basically don't give us signals, so it's very hard to determine where banks are entering. Now, obviously, someone in the gulag is going to get mad about this. They're like, oh, no, man. No. These COT reports. COT reports aren't bank signals. They're just their overall perspective of the market and prices. Oh, we got a problem here. Coach, I keep struggling with accepting profits every time a trade is in profits for like 100 pips. Oh, for like 100 pounds. I always think I'll get more and then it goes into negative. Did you have this problem of wanting more profits? Yes. I used to have this problem a lot, and this problem was very simple. What used to happen was that I would take trades, I would go in profits, and I would think, okay, you know what, price is going to keep going, so I wouldn't close profits at that point. And I think it's absolutely necessary whenever you see like 60 pound, 80 pound profits, just secure positions. Always secure positions. Just look back at your trades and look to see that, okay, if you're taking trades, what's the probability that your positions are going in profits, right? Once you figure out that most of your trades go in profits, next time look to see that, okay, how much profits are you getting per trade? And then start securing those profits and leave runners run. You have to do this. It's absolutely necessary for your own mental stability within the trades. So, I mean, I always secure profits. Obviously, I want to make more money, but for me, it's important to secure profits. If you can make 100 a day in 15 to 30 minutes, that's great. That's someone's 8-hour shift. No need to be greedy. Yes, that's absolutely true. I mean, even if you can make $50 in about 20 minutes, man, that's power. You made $50 in 20 minutes. So, if you want to stay sane in the market, that's something you have to 100% focus on. See, we got this minor resistance at this point. Hey, what's this over here? What's the name of the website you used for journaling? I used it for a little bit, but then I just put my journaling here on YouTube here. The website was called Trixie.trade. This is the website called Trixie.trade. I'm going to place this link in the gulag over here too for you guys. All right, let's take a look at this chart over here. Is this be careful, be careful? Yes. Yep, this is better now. That you've identified these ranges for you to be careful, so that's better. Also, I'm gonna repeat again, it's a Friday, so just go slow, no need to take any impulse trades, no need to take any risky trades. It's better to wait for the 30-minute time frame to give you that confirmation. If someone's looking for buys on pound yen, it's better to wait for the 15-minute candle to close above this resistance, because if you can get a 15-minute candle closing above this resistance, then you can continue moving up. I see you got paid advertisements for Magic Keys. Yes. Yes, we finally got paid advertisements for Magic Keys. We have a affiliate program for Magic Keys actually. So far, we've given out around $14,000 in commissions to our different affiliates. And to become an affiliate for Magic Keys, all you got to do is go to magickeys.trade and then scroll all the way down, and you can sign up for being an affiliate right over here. We've given out 14,000 so far to our affiliates, as a collective. It's a pretty big chunk of change. With the hour candle closing bullish on EJ, is that not a good confirmation? Looking at the hour close on your JPY, it's a good confirmation, that's true, but at the same time, you got this 30-minute minor resistance right over here as well. This is a minor resistance, and the reason why that's important is because 30-minute candle rejected over here, we formed resistance over here, we rejected over here, we rejected over here, so we don't know whether this candle is going to reject this area or not. So that's why it's really important for this candle to close above this area, so you can say, okay, now price can continue moving up. And it's kind of like the same issue with pound yen over here as well, if you look at it, right? So this is our rejection on the 15-minute time frame. So these things are rejecting over here. So if we want price to continue bullish, we need this 15-minute candle to close above this minor resistance. Because if we can close above this minor resistance, then we can have an easier move going up towards 141.900, because you got this clean candle to the left hand side, and yeah, that could be a pretty nice move. MT5 is a more advanced software. However, I realized that there is more that has been developed for MetaTrader 4, for example, news indicators, trading sessions. Yeah, I think MetaTrader 5 is more robust. I know people are big fans of MetaTrader 4, but I think when you move towards MetaTrader 5, you can see a big difference in a lot of things. Charts are cleaner, faster execution. You have news alerts on MetaTrader 5. You have, it's very robust. The latency is low. So MetaTrader 5 is like your, what's the good way to compare it? Let's say you have a Honda Civic, right? You have a Honda Civic, and then you want to upgrade to a Mercedes. So MetaTrader 5, your Mercedes. MetaTrader 4 is your Honda Civic. It kind of it stops a lot, and yeah, so once you move to MetaTrader 5, you see the difference from the get-go. Alright, so gold is coming up over here. What about having taken a buy here based on the hourly? Support formed as buy breaks the hour of the body close. Yeah, we did talk about why you need price to close above this area for price to continue up. So let's do this, right? Let's just edit this, and we're going to put this at 126. Oh, hold on. So I guess this was 126,300, because that's where we have the level at this point. Oh, pound yen is broken up over there. Looks like it's going to continue moving at this point now. It's broken above the high over here. Just to say this out, I'm not going to be taking any trades on a Friday, because that's a part of my plan, unless it's something really, really good. And for me, something really, really good is going to be a candle closing over here instead of taking impulse entry. So on Fridays, I generally don't take impulse entries because they are risky entries, and I like to stay away from them on Fridays. Let's take a look here. Oh, you're looking for sells on pound yen for price to break support. If you break the low, we can continue moving, dropping, fill the wicks over here, and continue on. Nice. Yeah, this was the swing trade right over here for buys for price to continue up. So, instead of taking impulse entries, I really need candle to close on Fridays, because on Fridays, here's the thing. Impulse entries are risky anyway, right? They're risky. Taking risky trades on Friday, it's double risky. So that's why you gotta wait for candle to close on Fridays. So, because on Fridays, man, you gotta be very careful. Candles can give you an illusion that it can break up, it can continue on, but then it can come back down, you know, so you got to be very, very patient on Fridays, as we can see right over here. Would you wait for 15-minute candle to close? Yes. Yep. Above this resistance would be much better over here. Would it be good if the current 15-minute candle broke and finished above 1852 resistance on gold? Let's take a look at gold over here. 1852. So if on gold we break above 1852, then yes, that's a really good trade idea for price to continue moving up. And that move up is going to be a sort of like a correction of this move down. If I can bring my rectangle over here, put my zone right at 1858, right? So if you break above 1852, then you have all this range to move into, like 50, 60 pip range over here. Hey Raja, what was the profitable strategy you were using at the beginning of your Forex career? What we were doing was 4-hour support resistances. So the way it was working was that we were looking at 4 currency pairs. This is what I was trading like back in 2016, right? We would look at 4 pairs, 5 pairs, and we would only look at the charts at certain times. And those certain times would be the closes and openings of the 4-hour candles, you know. So we look at the 6 pairs at 1 p.m., 5 p.m., 9 p.m., 1 a.m., 5 a.m., 9 a.m., you know, 1 p.m. So every 4-hour candle. So whenever we would see a candle, a 4-hour chart at like a support, just like right over here, if this candle closes bullish, we would just take a buy. You know, we take a buy with a 10 pip stop loss and just let it run. You know, and for the most part, what we saw was that most of our trades were going in profits. You know, because we were taking trades based on the higher time frame support resistances with the 10, 15 pip stop loss, and we were aiming for like 10 pips, and it was working very, very well. I think the problem came when, let's say, you have the 4-hour closing. All right, let's take a look on the, okay. So let's say you have a 4-hour closing at support on pound yen, right? And if we took a buy over here, the problem came when price started breaking the lows over here, you know, and that wasn't necessarily a problem because for the most part we were accepting our losses. But when price was breaking the lows and coming down, the problem was that sometimes I would remove my stop loss. You know, and when you remove the stop loss when price is breaking supports, man, and if you're in buys at that point, yeah, that's not a good situation to be in, you know. And then we'd go in deeper drawdowns, and then I was thinking, man, why is it going in drawdown? And then I started learning about Fibonacci, and started learning about, you know, like other methods, and that was just crazy things over there. So the biggest problem I had that I would remove my stops, and that basically hindered my progress for a long time.
Yeah, coach, that's exactly what I'm basically doing right now with the swings. On the 4-hour support resistant, if it's a strong 4-hour support and resistance, if it's a strong support or resistance, for example, and it's wicked there like quite a few times before, you take a buy, but the 4-hour can't break the previous. Like for example, in GJ right now, we can't break this previous 4-hour. So the first one that we see, the first low, if you,
yeah,
no, not the low.
Yeah,
it can't break that low. If it breaks that low, you close the trade out. Yeah, that one can't break that low.
Yeah,
and yeah, I mean in GJ this week had another trade like that as well, based off 4-hour support and resistance, and it was clean, man, very clean trade. But
yeah, nice. Let's see what happens here now. Because, I mean, if we stay above here, then your buys are good to continue moving bullish. If you weren't doing the live sessions, would you still stop looking at the charts? No, we'd still look at the charts, you know, for the most part, because, you know, since the beginning, we've been trading as a group, you know, since we started. Like, there hasn't been a day where we traded alone. It's just been trading with the group, you know, and since, like, that's what we've done since we started. So right now we see the 15-minute candle closing. It's closing above 141.750. I think this is going to be the opportunity for price to continue up with the next 15-minute candle. Let's take a look on the small time frames here. Yeah, 5 minutes also closing bullish over here. So let's take a look here. We still got 19 seconds left. Stop could be around 8 pips, 9 pips. Still gotta wait for it to close. All right, perfect. We closed bullish. Looking at 30-minute time frame, 30 minutes still open. 1 hour is still bullish over here. 5-minute is still bullish. Just need this candle to wick up a little bit so that then we can have that confirmation we can continue moving up. Yeah, I think it's going to be pretty good over here for price to continue moving bullish. I'm not taking a trade on Friday. I'm just, chilling here. But if I'm going to be taking a paper trade, this looks good right over here. Keeping the stops around, 141,700 and expecting price to continue up towards 141,900. Confirmations are on our side. 15-minute candle is also closing above this minor resistance. Taking a look on the 5-minute time frame, the smaller time frame, I think you should be closing partial positions if this candle breaks below the previous 5-minute candle, because then that's going to be price coming back in the range, right? So if your stop is right down over here, let's take a look at that on the 5-minute time frame. That should stop right there. So if you manage risk below this candle, you're basically reducing your risk at that point as well. Sorry, I meant if you weren't ever doing the live session, would you stop looking at the chart when you win a trade, or would you continue watch it? Oh, okay. No, I'd stop. Like when I win a trade, I would just stop. Yeah. I'm jealous because NY has been rangy mess for the last few months. Oh, yes. It's just like you got to wait for strong confirmations, right? This is a strong confirmation now for price to continue moving bullish. It's a very strong confirmation at this point. Looking at your JPY is back in this range over here. It's not going to move up over here anytime soon. Looking at gold is now reversing. Looks like it's coming down. We just need to break this low on gold for price to continue dropping. And I think we can get that drop. Let's see here. Let's take a look at this chart. This is a 15-minute chart. Break previous resistance right over here. No confirmation. Closed half. 15-minute candle closed bullish. Closes bullish. Took impulse entry at... Oh, right over here. You took an impulse entry right over there. Okay. I think we should make a rule of not to take impulse entries on Fridays. Just please make this rule, everyone. No impulse entries on Fridays. No impulse entries on... Well, Mondays are like a gray area, but like no impulse entries on Fridays. Because Fridays are risky and impulse entries are risky anyway. So, you got to reduce risk on Fridays. It's good to know that you have experienced the same journey as me, Raja. I've been doing this a couple of years now and only moved my stops losses last year. Oh, nice. It took me a month ago to realize that the market is in charge and we are simply spectators. Yeah, that's absolutely true. Market is always in charge. If we think price is going to go up, if market is going to push this price up, then it's going to push this price up, right? That's something we cannot control. The only thing we can control if someone's in this trade is the loss we can take. So as this 15-minute candle is moving bullish, we want it to move bullish. We want it to stay bullish, right? But if it continues coming below 141,750, then you're basically managing risk at that point, because now you should be in profits. So let's see what happens. Does anyone know if there's a way to do a right-click alert on Trader's Domain? Right-click alert? I don't know what that means. I'm backtesting 2019, but the price action that we currently have seems a bit too different. Any ideas on improvement? Yeah, the best idea on improvement is to just look at the current price action. You can look at the current price action and you can do live backtesting instead of, backtesting 2019. When executing a trade on the 15-minute, which time frame do you use for confirmation? 15-minute. Because 15-minute candle closed above, indicated that we can have stop loss below the 15-minute candle and anticipate it to continue down. So if you're executing a trade on the 15-minute, it's a weaker confirmation than a 30-minute, but when you're executing a trade on a 15-minute, you're managing risk on the 5-minute time frame. At the same time, if you're executing a trade on a 30-minute time frame, you're managing risk on the 15-minute time frame, right? So if you're trading, executing on the 1 hour, then you're managing risk on the 30-minute, and so on and so forth. So that's how we go. So like, you know, if you're looking at the 15-minute right over here and you're looking at the 5-minute, see how the 5-minute is closing like a weak candle, but it's still above this zone. So if this next 5-minute candle starts breaking below the zone, then you're managing risk at that point. You know, so when you're managing risk, that means you're staying cautious of what price is doing. What do you think about Wyckoff entries? I have no idea what they are. I have no clue about Wyckoff. All right, Mohib Shazad on YouTube. With the last 10 paper trades for gold, whenever 15 to 20 pips in drawdown, it always comes back into profits by this. But it was a live trade, I would have closed. Thoughts on this? Yeah, just leave it open. Or if you're scared, close partial positions. You know, normally when people close positions is because they're scared. They're scared because they don't want to lose profits. They're scared because they don't want to take a loss. You know, so the best thing to do at that point is just to close, like, you know, partial positions. See here. All right, so let me put this announcement over here. A Friday, don't take unnecessary risks. Be careful. No. Don't be a dummy. Yeah, this statement is going to hit hard to people. Don't be a dummy. Okay, if 15-minute broke the previous high on GJ, would you move stop loss under the current 15-minute candle? Yes. Yes. So this is the trade idea we gave over here, that entries are right over here. Your stops are below the 15-minute candle. You're anticipating price to continue up towards 141,900. But I'm not taking this trade because it's Friday. On Friday, usually I just stay out of the market. But on the 5-minute, if you're managing the trade, if this 5-minute candle comes breaking below 141, you know, 740 and 750, then you're closing 50% of your position at that point. Something that we did yesterday, you know, where we managed our risk. So that's something that we're looking at this point right over here. Could you repost growth domain link? Yes. I'm going to repost that in the announcement section. Surprisingly, we have around 3 members who launched an online business this week. You know, they did something online. They launched a website and they're ready to go. 3 people from the group. So I think that's amazing. Very nice. Those 2-3 people. You guys started something this week. We have a group we started in our market fluidity thing. It's called Growth Domain. You know, so there we post ideas. You know, we have people there that post their services that they do, like, you know, any product ideas they post over there. So it's to encourage people to start something online, or if they currently have something running, it's a good idea to kind of like you know, post about it so they can get more business on it. I honestly think as you move into 2021 is going to be the biggest year for retail sales online. Not retail sales, for online sales. 2021 is going to be the biggest year. People think that 2020 was a big year for online sales. Man, trust me, 2021 is going to be a huge year for online sales. So, man, if you haven't started something online, this is the year to start something online. Trust me on that. Something, even if it's a t-shirt, a white t-shirt, put up a white t-shirt for sale. You know, because what's going to happen is if you're not going to be able to sell like a white t-shirt, you're going to start to look at it that, okay, what can I do differently to sell this white t-shirt? Maybe paint it half orange, you know, or something like that. So that's how ideas flow, man, and that's how you innovate, that's how you grow. So that's something I'm doing for our groups over here. So I think it's absolutely necessary because, you know, trading is not end all be all. It's about what you do as a side hustle, you know, so anything can work at the same time. Let's take a look at this chart over here. This is a buy. Okay, price rejected support. Entry as the candle breaks the high over here for price to continue up. 10 pips secured. Nice. Oh, we secured 10 pips over here. Oh, beautiful. And price came down and did what it had to do. So see, right now, 5-minute candles are coming down. This candle closed bearish. So you're managing your risk over here. You're closing 50% and you're letting the rest run. Now this candle is closing, breaking below the previous one as well. So you're closing another 50%. So you're really, really managing risk at this point. Because we got 5 minutes left for this 15-minute candle to close. And now you got to ask yourself, okay, will this 5-minute candle push it all the way up or not? And the probability is kind of low at this point. हाँ जी लॉन्ड्री कर लो जी. He's like
धोबी घाट पे जा धोबी घाट पे.
अजय लॉन्ड्री रह गई है. Where's Ty? Ty is probably sleeping at this point because you know it's pretty early for him. He's in the West Coast. I like Raja's strong risk management on the 5-minute, but not in my trading plan. I'm gonna wait for the 15-minute candle to close. That's awesome. The only reason I do risk management on the 5-minute time frame is when the trades are taken based off of the 15-minute confirmations. That's when I try to do risk management on the small time frames. Would it be better for a wait to candle to break and finish below the support on gold? Yeah, I think so. I think so because if you look on gold right now, the 30-minute candle is about to close, and if this 30-minute candle closes bearish, closer to 1847, and if we start breaking below, then I think we can continue moving bearish, at least to fill this wick over here, and then potentially to continue all the way down towards 1840. Yeah, that could be a pretty good move here on gold, 1840. How far is that? That's like 55 pips away. 69 pips away. All right, so we got this big ass range over here in gold. We're coming down in gold. We're starting to break the low over here. Let's take a look at the 15-minute time frame here. It's about to close in 2 minutes. MetaTrader 4 and IG Market show a totally different price chart. Yes, that's absolutely possible. It's actually very normal, you know, because like different platforms and different charts you see, they're reflections of different liquidity providers. And different liquidity providers, they get different quotes at times, they have different spreads. So when the spreads are different, then you get different charts, you know, slightly different charts, not a lot. Your JPY is still ranging, pound yen is still closing like a bearish candle over there. Gold is coming down to the support pretty heavy, and we got to see if we're going to break the support to continue down or not. I think this is going to be a pretty good move on gold on a Friday. Let's see. We got a minute and a half left. Hey Raja, good morning. Do you feel better and comfortable with the stand-up desk? I'm thinking about it. Yeah, man, I think the stand-up desk is amazing. It's amazing because when I'm at my desk and I don't want to sit anymore, I just put this shit up. You know, and when this is up, and then I can just basically, you know, stand and work, and yes, very comfortable. I mean, for $700, it has to be comfortable desk, right? If it wasn't comfortable, I'd be like, yo, IKEA, what are you guys making over there? All right, let's take a look at this chart over here. This is a pound yen chart, entry candle over here for price to continue up. Let's take a look here. It's about to close in 50 seconds. And if this candle closes like a bearish candle, I would still say to like, you know, partial positions. Yeah, cut the partial positions. If you haven't cut partial positions. All right, gold is breaking the lows over here. This is going to start a drop here on gold. You have a 35 pip stop here in gold, man. Wow, for price to continue all the way down towards 1841. Can we get leather Velcro belts with commissions? No, man, that's completely unrelated to trading. Yeah, you can't do that. All right, very interesting situations here on gold now. Perfect. Candles closed bearish. We should continue moving bearish here. 30-minute candles also closing bearish over here. Man, this is amazing. So as long as we stay below these lows, below these highs over here on the 15-minute time frame, I think gold should continue moving down. At least to 1841. If not to 1841, 1843 should be a good target. Even 1844. So these are nice round numbers. I think we should come down here on gold at this point. What's this? Oh yeah, like 33 pip range, 40 pip range, 50 pip range. Man, so clean. Clean wick fill over here, clean traffic to the left hand side. The only thing that can destroy this analysis is if the candles just start closing above 1847. Looking at pound yen over here, this is the same scenario as yesterday, where the 15-minute candle closed bullish, but overall we continued to move bullish. Looking at 30-minute time frame, yeah, I think we still have confirmations for price to still continue bullish on pound yen at this point. How far to the left does someone look? For example, the candles on the immediate left can be clean. The immediate left, right? I mean, you can look right over here. You have clean traffic to the left hand side. Right over here, you have clean candles moving up. You know, so as price is breaking below 1848, we can expect candles to continue moving bearish, you know, and mirroring sort of these candles coming down. So yeah, I think this could be a pretty good move, as long as we stay below, you know, 1848. So let me put this over here. Potential target, if we stay below 1848. Yeah, that's a good potential target at this point. I closed 50% because 15-minute candle closed bearish over here. It's better to move at stop loss. Yes, so now you can move your stops below this 15-minute candle at this point. All right, looks like that move is coming in on gold over here. Let's take a look on the small time frames. We're breaking the lows over here on the 5-minute time frame, which is pretty good. 15 minutes is also breaking the low. It's awesome. As long as we keep breaking the low and we don't break above, you know, 1848, I think we're still good for price to continue down. Can you please give your opinion on this chart? This is a chart sent by Lucas Debaldi from the YouTube Gulag. And let's take a look over here. This is a GJ chart. As I noticed that the range was big enough and the price did not continue down. Rookie mistake with a price there. Price broke support. Oh, okay. Price broke support. Start to continue down. Close the position at -5 pips. Okay. All right. Gold is dropping. Now gold has come down to fill this wick. So at this point, I think if someone took this trade, it should be up around like, you know, 12, 13, 14 pips at this point. We filled the wick over here too. Probably it's a good idea to secure some positions over here because, you know, you've got like 10, 12 pips at this point. And if you continue moving down below this wick, then I think it's going to be a pretty good move down to, you know, 1842. Pound yen is also above this area here, trying to create its move to continue bullish. Your JPY is at this ranging area now. We are ranging here. If it breaks the 15-minute high, would you add another position? Oh, is that on pound yen? Yeah, I think so. I mean, let's just wait for this 15-minute candle to close. I mean, if we break above where, I don't think it's going to be a good idea to add another position. But if this 15-minute candle closes, then you can look to, you know, add another position for price for the next 15-minute candle to continue up. And then you can say, okay, like, you know what, we can expect the next one to continue up as well because, you know, then you can expect the volume from the New York Open to push price. And if you look at gold up again, it's just kind of like retrace to continue moving bearish more. Man, this was such an easy trade on gold. So beautiful. So amazing. Perfect confirmations, perfect break below, perfect execution. I mean, doesn't get any better than this. Oh wow, look at that. Look at that move. It's like a 33 pip move at this point now. Oof. Coming straight down to our target, 1842. I think this is going to be our highlight for the day here. 41 pips on gold. Did you not enter a gold trade? No, I don't trade Fridays most times. So this is something I had to call out because this couldn't miss this. Couldn't miss this for the world. Look at that. Came right down to our potential target. What was this? Around like a 50 pip move on gold? Amazing. No stress at all. I know some people got stopped out at break even, but I know some people, like, they held the trade and it continued on perfectly. So if people in Gulag, you guys took this trade, you made some money, and if you're in kind of like profits on GG2, give a like on the stream. Because hey, listen, there are some people who do this for like, so we do this for free, right? So give a like on the stream because like a lot of people learn about these streams, clean, easy trades, clean, easy analysis. I mean, perfect. We identified this as well. So crazy. Oh, someone made 7,000 on gold. Damn. You're like the next Ted. We got a Ted in the Gulag. Maybe that's 7,000 on FTMO account, but hey, who am I to judge, right? 7 grand is 7 grand. I don't know. Nice. Zimbabwe dollars. Nice. See, perfect. Came down to target, secure positions, and man, that's it. Nice clean move. And just as we looked at this, we had clean traffic here to the left hand side and played out perfect. Pound yen is still open over here. We're above 141.750 for price to continue moving bullish. And if we start breaking above the highs at 141.800, we can continue moving up. So if you guys took this one trade over here, just that's it. Finish. You're done for Friday. You're done for Friday. You're done for the week. Call it a week. Have fun. Go tell your wife about it. Go tell your husband about it. Your boyfriend, girlfriend, your kids. Tell them, hey, Papa or Mama got this trade on gold and it won. And we've called it a day at this point. No celebratory horns? No, not today. It's a Friday. Friday's a holy day. So what was this? Trade call today. It was a gold sell. Trade called gold sells. 50 pips. And 50 pips. How much time did this took? It took what, like 2 minutes? Let's take a look at this 5-minute candle, 1-minute candle. Yeah, it took 2 minutes. Check this out, right? There was this one 1-minute candle, 14 pips, and then you had a retracement, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and then 4 minutes. Wow. Let's take a look at pound yen over here. So look at this, right? Pound yen, we got 5 minutes left for this 15-minute candle to close, and you can see how it's rejecting over here. So this is where you get really cautious about, are we going to head up or are we just going to range over here in pound yen? So you got to be very careful. So notice how we were always being careful on pound yen because price is not moving the way we want it to move. And whenever we think there's going to be volume in the market, and whenever we think that we expect some sort of energy coming into the market, we expect candles to move from the get-go. Something that happened on gold over here. Price just moved. There was no hesitation. There was no back and forth movement. Just one swift move down. So that's something we were expecting on pound yen over here. But since it's kind of like trying to range here and it's not really moving the way we want it to move, then we can kind of say, okay, like, maybe it's waiting for NY open or something. But yeah, pretty iffy at this point. My mother said, don't tell me about your gambling problem. Oh. Hey, important question. How do I get a girlfriend? Yeah, that's a big problem over there. It depends on what culture you're in too. Like if you're in a culture where it's going to be arranged for you, then you can't do anything about it. But if you're in a culture where you can pick and choose, then I guess you gotta make a living first, make a living first. Because here's the thing, once you move into your late 20s and 30s, then you gotta make a living, have a job, get a home, get a car, and then you can probably get a girl at that time. It could be a coworker, it could be someone you meet at a grocery store. I mean, these days we're in lockdown, so I don't know where you're gonna find a girl at this point. But yeah, I think yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, we still can? Okay. Let's see here. All right, so people really want the horn. So let's take a look at gold over here. So amazing, man. Whoever took this gold trade, well done. Perfect. There you go. There's a horn for you. Oh, what's this one? Oh, nice. Congratulations, everyone, taking that gold trade. The Gulag really wanted the horn, so like, here you go. Let's see here. Oh, look at that pound yen. In the last 3 minutes of this 15-minute candle, it's coming back down. No, pound yen, don't do this. Pound yen, look at that, coming straight down. So this is where you just like, whatever trade you have left on pound yen, if you have anything left in it, just close it, man. It's just like whatever. I still think about that one guy in the Gulag who asked why he hears clapping but doesn't see anyone clapping on Zoom. Yeah, that happened once. Guys are like, why can I hear people clapping when no one's clapping? Yeah, that was hilarious. Let's take a look at this chart over here. This is a GBP AUD. Broke the high with the 4-hour confirmation for direction, for price to moving up. Target zone up over there. Nice. Perfect. Yeah, so you need candles to stay bullish here for price to continue bullish. But if they're doing some somersaults like pound yen, then there's a problem. All right. If the current hourly candle closes below the previous 1-hour candle, can we continue to 1831 with New York open? The 1-hour candle stays below this area. Can we go to 1831 right down over here? Yeah, we can. We can get there. But what we're going to see now is that with this initial move down, this was the trade right over here. So now we don't know. So well, basically we do know. So we know that if price stays below 1847, like this area over here, then there's a probability price can continue moving down. And this is something that happened yesterday. So let me show you guys what happened yesterday. This is what happened yesterday, right? So we had a support on gold right at this level over here. And candle broke below this area and dropped down about like 40 pips, right? Look at this, 40 pip drop. Price came back up, did a little bit of a retracement, and then it continued dropping further down. So that's something that we can expect right over here as well, because we had this initial drop, and then maybe price is going to retrace a little bit and then drop back again later on. That's something we can anticipate at this point. But looking at pound yen, man, I mean, all confirmations for it to continue bullish, I think they're kind of like dying here slowly now. Raja, your internet sucks. No, your internet sucks. My internet is fine. If you see a blurry screen, that's your problem, not my problem. Maybe move your internet antenna to some side. Will Dominion markets have a minimum deposit? Yes, we're going to have a minimum deposit. I think it's going to be $100 or something like that. $100, something like that. We had the option of doing like $50 and even $10. It didn't make any sense, like no one's going to be profitable with $10. Very, very small percentage of people. Do you always leave runners, or are there times where you secure the full 100%? I think around 60 or 70% of the time I secure I secure everything. 60 or 70% of the time. All right, let's take a look over here. This is a 30-minute chart. Wanted to enter here, but you enter right over here. Secured my 10 pips. Thank you, GJ. Thank you. Gulag, give a like on the stream, please. Nice. At least you won from the pound, and now look at that, man. Just garbage now. Pound is just... It is what it is at this point now. When is Champion Ballin coming to the stream? He's in the West Coast. It's early for him, so I'm not sure. Probably in the next 15 minutes, something like that. 15, 20 minutes. So I'm going to show you guys who's the guest over here. So we're going to go to YouTube, and we're going to enter Thai, and hope it shows up. Oh yeah, so this is a guest we're having here today. We've had him in the past for a couple times, and we've always had a good session having Thai on. He's a pretty good trader. He does some swing trades as well, so we'll see what kind of discussions we can get into. Ooh, look at that, man. Gold is still dropping over here. Looks like we did a retracement on the 5-minute time frame. But what a move this was from 1847 to 1842. Wow, clean. Will Dominion markets be B-book or A-book? It's normally everything is A-book because, you know, being B-book doesn't make any sense because if you're basically teaching someone how to trade, being B-book is just you're asking to lose money at that point. You know, because if we're giving signals over here and if someone's taking gold sell, imagine there's a broker out there who's B-booking their traders. And if people take sells here on gold and if you're on B-book and you're winning the trade, the broker's losing money at that point, right? So that's what it means. So it's normally everything's A-book over there. Is GJ? It was GJ who done the somersault today instead of gold. Yes. The confirmation started dying on GJ, man. I mean, look at this. We had this one 5-minute candle move up. We wanted this one to continue moving bullish, but it closed bearish over here, and next one went bearish. I mean, it's a mess over here now. Even looking at the 1 hour time frame, it's about to close, so we're not sure if this is a rejection close. Let's take a look on a 30-minute time frame. 30 minutes closing the way it is, so it's probably going to be a rejection close if it closes. Is it possible to have MetaTrader 4 and MetaTrader 5 running at the same time? Yes. Yes, it's possible. Can you please give your opinion on this sell? Let's take a look here. This was pound, minor resistance formed, price retested, entry as we broke below the low over here, added previous, oh, so you closed 50% and then you added 50% back. Okay, nice. This was a very, very nice identification right over there. You added 50% back over there at that time. Beautiful. Whose chart was this? This was Pips Phil Wicks. Pips Phil Wicks. If you can send an email to contact@magickeys.trade, magickeys.trade. Send an email right over here with the proof of your username on YouTube, and then we're going to give you a surprise. You have won a surprise today. All right. Back to price action over here. So we're still continuing down. Euro yen is still over here. We're trying to break below support. Now, this is the thing. If we break below this area, if we stay and break below this area, then price can continue moving bearish down to, 125.970. But then again, we have this rejection over here to the left hand side. So it's going to be pretty difficult over here. GJ didn't go up. 800 is a psychological level for GJ, and it couldn't close above maybe. Let's take a look on the 15-minute time frame. Yeah, that's true, but at the same time, the candle confirmations were over here too. Like, I mean, you're right. The candles couldn't really break above 141,800. You know, so they all kept closing bearish, bearish. So this is the last 15-minute candle here on the 1-hour time frame. If this goes up, if this closes bullish, then we have some confirmations we can continue up. But if it doesn't give us that confirmation, then it's going to get very difficult for price to continue bullish. Let's take a look at this chart over here. This is Euro JPY. Yeah, this is a dangerous situation over there. Okay, so this was a very strong risk management over here too. I looked at the bearish closes and yeah, very nice. So it looks like gold is back in this range over here, coming back down to our target areas here. Came right down, man. Such a nice trade on gold. Is it wise as a beginner trader to look at only pound yen for 4 or 5 months? Yes. I think that's a very good idea. If you're a new trader and if you're looking at just one pair for about, 4 or 5 months, I think that's a very, very good idea. I highly suggest that. Let's take a look at USD JPY. Oh wow, we're breaking above over here. Finally, we're breaking above 103,700. So if we're breaking above 103,700 and this 30-minute candle is about to close, let's take a look left over here. So we got our first resistance around, this is 6 pips away, not enough range. Our major resistance is around 11 pips away. So you can see how the range on USD JPY is way smaller than the one you have on pound yen and gold. So these are very small ranges here. Even if you look on the 1-hour time frame, yeah, it's a pretty small range. I mean, look at this. It's like a 8 pip range here. It looks like a, 10 pip range. Looks like a 15, 20 pip range over here, but it's pretty small. So I think it would be almost like forcing a trade on USD/JPY. Oh wow, gold is dropping more, man. Crazy. Damn. Damn, Daniel went to 1841. This is the major target we had over here on the 30-minute time frame. Look at this on the 30-minute time frame, right over here. Came straight down to 1841. It's going to go in my highlights today. Very nice. This is the 4-hour chart on pound yen. Okay, yeah, makes sense. 141,800. So we'll see if this candle closes bullish and we can continue moving with NY open, or are we going to start ranging below this area? Oh, what's this? IC markets, new virus strain. How will the markets react? You know how much it costs to have this ad over here on Forex Factory? It costs around 8 grand. More than 8 grand. 8K, yeah, 8K to have this ad over here. And this is crazy, because imagine how many people look at this website. Just insane. Even having this ad, this costs like around 4 grand, something like that, $4,000 or $5,000. Part of having a successful YouTube channel was that back in the day, brokers were paying me to have their names on the screen as well, because we had the traffic, and we had the influence as a collective here. Hey Raja, put magic keys there, or you don't think it'll be worth it? Oh, put magic keys there. No, I don't think it's going to be worth it. I don't think magic keys is big enough right now, or I don't think we have generated enough profits to spend 8,000. Yeah, 8,000 a day? No, it's 8,000 a month. Check your JPY. Let's take a look over here. Your JPY is still ranging. Gold is still dropping. GJ is still dropping. Man, now all buying analysis on pound yen are out the window. Now all those ideas are done, because this candle is about to close bearish on 30-minute time frame, creating a resistance, and we got a support formed right down over here on the 30-minute time frame. So it's a very delicate situation now on pound yen. All right, let's take a look at this chart over here. Your JPY sells when this candle broke the low over here for price to continue down. Did break even at 7 pips, closed at 10 pips. Awesome. See, now here's the thing. Whenever you're doing break even, okay, whoever's spamming over here, I'm going to send you out in the gulag here for real. So whenever you're putting stops at break even, right, that means that you're accepting the fact that if price comes back and stops you at a break even, you're going to be okay with that, right? Whenever you feel like you got to put your stops at break even, always understand this. Are you securing positions at that point? That's the only reason you should be putting your stops at break even, if you're securing positions. If you're not securing positions, then there's no point in putting stops at break even. What's the range if it breaks the 30-minute low on GJ? So let's take a look over here, right? Now let's take a look at it from a selling perspective. Based on the 1 hour time frame, so I'm going to look at it based on the 1 hour time frame here. And the reason why is because, you know, we got this 1 hour support from right over here. And if we break the support on the 1 hour time frame, then we can continue down to fill these wicks on the like 13 pips away, and then eventually down towards, you know, 141, 450, around 20 pips away. But the problem we have is that there's this support on the 30-minute, and then we got these wicks and then this support right over here. So I think even if you break on the 30-minute, then these wicks, they become destinations for price to fill. So that's why we're going to be using this as a support confirmation if we break this area to continue down. Hey Raja, please make dua for me. I've tested positive with COVID and got really bad symptoms. Oh man, I pray for you, man. I pray that the symptoms don't worsen. I pray that you don't lose your sense of taste and smell. I pray you a healthy, speedy recovery. I mean, 90% people do recover. I mean, not even 90, 99% people recover. Can you take a look at this GJ chart? Not a typical chart, but seems interesting how GJ was squeezing out with this trend line. 5-minute chart. Looks like GJ is squeezing down maybe to fill the range at 141.580. Yeah, that could work. That could work. We want to see a break below this area though for price to really have strong confirmations to continue bearish. I think that's going to be a good idea. Which setups are considered dangerous? The ones with no stops. They're the most dangerous setups, which don't have any stop losses. Is it okay to be mad if I manage my risk on GJ buys but close my position with a small loss and now seeing it bullish? And seeing it pushing to my partial TP? I don't see GJ pushing to no partial TP. I mean, it's coming down. It's not going up. I'm not sure if you have the wrong chart, but it's coming down. I was thinking about adding the types I want to see printed on the charts and label them so I can clearly trade what I want to see. Is this good? Yes, it's good. It's good to visually draw candles on your charts to know what you want to see to take a trade. You know, because once you draw candles on the charts, the ones you want to see to take a trade, and if they do start printing, then your confidence in those candles continues to go up, right? Something that we saw on gold over here. We were talking about how we want the candle to close below 1848. When we got the candle closing below 1848, then it was just like, okay, you know what? There's a very high probability for price to continue down. And that's exactly what happened here. Let's take a look at this chart over here. This is a gold 15-minute chart. Executed a impulse sell over here. Okay, took profits over here, booked 15 pips and 2 trades and done for the day. Oh, beautiful. Very nice. Let's take a look at JPY GBP. So JPY GBP, looking on the 30-minute time frame, we got a lot of gaps over here. So it's really hard to trade at this point. JPY, GBP, I think we'll need to wait some more confirmations here for this pair to trade. But man, this is some crazy looking price action here. How do you? Yeah, yeah, we can't trade this. Let's go back. Yeah, super fast price action. Wow, looks like if gold continues breaking 1840, we're going to continue moving down. This is also the start of the New York Open, and we can see how the 30-minute candle has closed bearish. So there's no bias at this point. Looking at the 1 hour time frame as well, we got a rejection. So there's, yeah, we're in the range over here now. Now we got this range between 141.760 and 141.640, and this range is going to stay over here unless we break below or break above again. I think GJ is fine for beginners. I've never traded at this. Yeah, I think GJ is pretty good fine. GJ is pretty good for beginners. I mean, the only thing is you got to give it time, you know. So whenever you choose a currency pair, you got to give it time. You got to spend about 3-4 months on that pair to really see if it moves the way you want it to move, and it takes a long time to get that right. Because if you walk into a day like today and if price is just ranging, and when you come back Monday and you say, okay, you know what, I looked at GG on Friday, it just ranged, I'm not going to look at it anymore. No, you got to still keep looking at it for the rest of the week, for the rest of the month, for at least 4 or 5 months, and then you can kind of like create some sort of ideas that, okay, you know what, certain things work on this pair and certain things don't work on this pair. As long as you don't get to that level, you're not going to be able to master that pair. So it's really, really important to just focus on one pair for a couple months to see if you can really find something well worth it for it to trade on. So euro yen is still ranging over here, no big deal. Gold is basically broke. Oh wow, we broke below this area. So let's see what happens on gold. And pound yen is now also ranging here. Why some of you guys get angry about what trades he calls out? He is in a free live stream giving away valuable information. Be humble. But yeah, we did call out pretty good trades. We called out a really, really managed trade on GJ, a really good trade on gold. Man, this week we've been calling really good trades. Only had 2 losses this week. 2 losses. There was a loss on GJ yesterday and there was a loss on Tuesday. That was a 5 pip loss. Let's take a look at this chart over here. This is a gold sell. Gold was in a clear downtrend. First week of being in profits. Nice. Leave a effing like in the effing gulag. Imagine we could change the name of this to gulag. All right, I'm gonna go get some food and I'm gonna be right back and we'll see what happens. Starving over here, man. All that talking. Damn, doing all that commentary. Please have a look on crude oil. Is it a good time to buy? You know what? With crude oil, since Biden has canceled that pipeline, I don't think it's going to be a good time to buy crude oil because I think fundamentally that should push it down, right? But who knows? Who knows? I don't trade oil, so we don't know what's going on. Let's see here if... Alright, I'm going to be right back. Wow, man, there's no one here. There's only me here. Damn, lonely day here today for Raja. Well, at least I got my ice cream here with me. Hey,
I've
don't.
been trying to keep quiet, Raja. So
Nice. How are you, bro? You good?
yeah, no, pretty good, man. Just had a quick spew during the off season tonight, but like did exceptionally well on the markets. Well, like I said, doing fantastic. So much more to learn
Yeah.
as well. So, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, let me ask you a question. Since our guest is not here and you are here and you play rugby there, which we all know by now,
Yeah.
what's like the pay structure for professional rugby players? You know, internationally or like even locally. Like, if you don't mind me asking, you know.
No. It's fantastically fun. So one thing where you get like it's called a super rugby contract. So it depends on your division. So it's between $110 and $130,000. But once you get a Wallabies contract, you get 10 Gs. So you can earn up to about sponsorship. So you get $10,000 a match. That's your pay structure. And then you get endorsements. It's always like the back pay money that people don't see.
Oh,
That's where the
okay.
money is made. Yeah. So
Sponsorships is where most of the money is made.
man, that's where it's at, my guy. Like 100%.
Oh, nice.
Like it's like even with Sonny though. Like he made most of his money through the back endorsement, not through boxing, not through the All Blacks.
Yeah.
It was all like through the back pay. So
Yeah, it's pretty sick. I always thought about that.
yeah, it's actually quite an interesting field. Like you, if you really look deep down in it, it's actually really cool. So, but yeah, like most of us, like we have to make money, like going to Europe, going on tours and stuff like that. Like yeah, so, but yeah.
Oh, nice, man. Nice. Hope you get really, really big.
Oh, man, I don't want to get big, man. I want to be like I want to play for Team Raja, man. Come on,
Team Raja.
Team Raja. That yeah, exactly, man. So I'm pretty close, but yeah,
Yeah, awesome, bro.
yeah. Nah, too easy, man. Well, I'll let you do your thing, man. So,
All right, brother. Thank you for joining up.
not too easy, man. All right.
All right, let's take a look at this chart over here. This is GU sells if we close below. I agree with that. Let's bring that chart up over here. GPUSD. Yeah, we are breaking below the support. This candle is still open right now. 15-minute candle is also closing below. Let's take it to the left-hand side. I think there's this range over here we can come down to 1.36400. It's like 13 pips away, 14 pips away, and then all the way down towards this area around 24 pips away. Yeah, it could look good, with especially the 15-minute candle closing below could look good. Gold is also coming into that vicinity to fill this wick over here down towards 1834, 1833. Man, what a move this is going to be on gold if it continues breaking down. All right. I'm currently sitting at a win rate of 65%. Is that good? I think that's amazing. That means no matter how many trades you take, you're not going to lose. That's what that means, 65%. Hey, Raja, how are you? Check on Twitch maybe to see if Ty is on that. He's probably forget like last time. No, I think it's the time difference. They're like 4 hours behind, you know, so it's still, I think it's 5 a.m. over there right now. 5 a.m. or 4 a.m. I'm not sure. It's almost like I think 5 a.m. in California. Oh, it's 5 a.m. Okay, yeah, 5 a.m. See, it's still pretty early over there for them. Thanks for your time. Prime Education Raja traded London Open 3 days this week. 1 trade a day, no losers. So happy about the knowledge and experience you guys share. Oh, thank you, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. I think this is why these streams are very important, because it's not even all talk about just trading or signals. It's also like about all other things too. Like about general life things, and we talk about different jobs and different activities you can do and different things people can get into. Because believe it or not, we have a lot of people who necessarily don't want to be full-time traders, but they want to be good at trading. Because at the same time, they have jobs they actually love to do. They have other businesses that they do too. So for some people, trading is just like a side hobby they want to get good at. But then there's the other part where people, they really want to be like full-time traders at the same time. I started trading to be as like a side hobby I wanted to be good at, but then it started to really consume my life, and then things change over there. But everyone's own experience is very different, so can't really generalize it. All right, pound yen is still ranging. GU is breaking below, closing below for it to continue bearish. Oh, 3 years of struggling, 1 month here, and I see a difference. Thank you for giving us your time. Oh, nice, man. Very well done. Very well done. That's why I tell people, hey, listen, if you can be disciplined for 1 month, man, you're going to see a huge change in everything just for 1 month. And I think that's what the good thing is about the live streams and the groups, is that we keep everyone accountable. Blew my account last year, taking a break from trading to learn on demo before I get back. I think everyone knows how to trade. Everyone knows how to do analysis. Everyone knows how to plot out zones. Everyone knows how to plot out, take profits and risks and stop losses and this and that. But the only thing people lack is discipline. That's the only thing you guys lack. And if you guys can really zone in on discipline, like let's say if someone's only going to trade pound yen over here, and if you're just waiting, there's no trade at this point right now, so you're just waiting here. And if you don't wait, you don't get paid. Because in trading, trust me, man, you get paid to wait. Imagine a job where you get paid to wait. And that waiting goes into waiting for candles to form the way you want them to form, like right over here. And as you can see here, we indicated the trade right at 1847. And right now, man, like this has moved around 80 pips. This thing has moved. Wow. From what I saw was that people took a trade. The maximum win I saw on gold here today was for about 45 pips by someone. It was in the gulag here. Let's see here. Hey Raja, have you seen that video by Trading Rush where the guy backtested a... Ooh, let's forget about Trading Rush and let's focus on over here. So the 15-minute candle just pumped below this area. 30-minute candle is also pumping below this area. So for sells, we need this candle to close bearish. So you know what I'm doing on Friday here today? I'm just doing just sitting back and anticipating moves. Because if I can sit and anticipate moves, and if the same things happen, let's say next week, I'm going to be more prone to enter those trades and take winning trades. I've been taking notes and off my trades for almost 1 month, and I'm also thinking if I should screen record my trades, since I only take one in London, maybe one in NY. Yeah, I think it's good to screen record your trades. One thing that has really helped me in trading is to go over the session I trade, because after 4 or 5 hours, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over this entire session, and then I'm going to start looking at, okay, where did I took potential entries, what did I do wrong, if I took a profitable trade, how I could have really exploited that trade, how could I have really made more money from that trade, or if I took a loss, what could I have done differently, was it something I missed, something I ignored. So those things make you a really better trader once you go and revise your session. That's what most people don't do. Most people, they take trades and they just call it a day and they come back the next day. But if you're not going to revise your session, man, you're not going to learn from that. FOMO, should I switch to gold? I know the answer is no. Yeah. The answer is no, man. Why you want to switch to gold if you have a FOMO? Just gotta wait. Because when you wait, you learn, and when you learn, then you can execute on that the next time it happens. Hey Raja, just want to say thank you for your work, Amazon from Portugal. I don't miss a live. Oh, thank you, man. Appreciate it. So see how this 30-minute candle is still open? We don't know whether it's going to close below support or whether it's going to close above support. If it closes below support, then there's a high probability for price to continue moving down. But if it closes above this support, then obviously it's very difficult to say whether it's going to go down or not. Oh wow, GU continued moving down over here after that 15-minute candle close. How big was this candle over here? It's like a 9-10 pip candle here. Is there any chance Euro JPY will turn bearish? Oh, we put this guy in timeout for 10 minutes and he came back and asked the same question.
Looks like his experience back down and praying God.
Yeah, no, because he started spamming, right? I think the only way it's going to go down if it breaks below 126 once, like this area right over here. Look at this, pound yen is slowly trying to, if it closes below the support, I think we can continue moving bearish to fill this wicks and then continue on towards 141.450. All right, got about 9 minutes left. Wow, gold is still dropping. We're at 1838. Can we get to 1835? That's going to be the final frontier for gold, coming down to 1835. Oh, what's this idea over here? What's it? What do you think about buying gold at the bottom of the 4-hour wick? I think that's not a good idea at all. I mean, price is coming down. You should be looking for sells on gold. I mean, if you missed sells are right over here. Man, I think this is going to continue down towards 1833, 1835 over here. I feel like gold is overextended. Should we not see a pullback? I mean, no, we shouldn't see a pullback because it's coming down. Because when we think about seeing a pullback, then slowly we start thinking about buying ideas when the candles are all bearish. So you need some sort of a support to form for price to pull back, right? Because look, price came to first support, 1840. What happened? No pullback. We broke support. And now it's still forming bearish candles. So you need some sort of a support to form. You need a candle to close bullish. And then we can start to have discussions around, you know, pullbacks. So this GJ candle is about to close here soon too. We're going to see what happens. I was risking over 100 euros on the GJ setup. After managing risk, I closed 40 euros in drawdown. Oh, nice. Way better than closing, you know, 40 euros. 100 euros. It's pretty good. On what time frame you put your level on? This is on 30-minute time frame. This is also on the higher time frame right over here. We got support, so that's why we placed the level right over there. So mostly they're on the 15 to 30-minute time frame, sometimes on a 1 hour time frame, but mostly the 1 hour and 30-minute, they're basically like, you know, they're almost like the same levels. When will be a good time to buy gold? Probably not today. Probably you want to come back next week to look for any buys, but I'm not sure. So you're not going to answer my question, where's Tillionaire? I don't know, man. I'm not his mom. I don't know where that guy is. We had a guest on it. I think it's just very early at this time, and I think he probably slept in, which is why we don't see him yet.
Probably he's hanging out with Bernie. With Bernie Sanders.
Oh, he's a Bernie Sanders supporter.
I don't know, but maybe they were hanging out last night. You know that right now Bernie Sanders is everywhere on the internet, so yeah.
Yeah, the Bernie Sanders memes.
Yeah, man.
Why did he sit like that?
I don't know, man. He looks like kind of frustrated.
Yeah, I
He
mean,
wanted to be the president.
didn't he know people are gonna make memes of him if he sat like that?
I think at this
Man,
point in his life, he's basically he doesn't care, man. You get older, man.
oh what? The shirt burning.
Yeah, there's a lot, man.
I buy that sweatshirt.
Yeah, I'd buy that shirt too.
That's a good business there.
All right, 5 minutes left for this candle to close. What do you think about USD CAD? I think it will fall. Oh, you think it will fall? Let's take a look over here. Oh, just because something is at resistance, it doesn't mean it's going to fall. I mean, daily is bullish, 4-hour is in some area over there. We're going to look at that in more detail over here. Looking at the 1-hour time frame, we're basically at this rejection area here as well. And okay, let's take a look on the 30-minute time frame. 30-minute is creating a support over here. Yeah, I think you'll need to break the support for price to fall. And then we can probably come down over here. I don't know, that was a meme. Humor has gone to the floor nowadays. Yes, the memes have taken over. Alright, gold is on its way to 1835 over here. Wow. Are we going to get it in 4 minutes or not? This is also closing below support for price to continue bearish. Alright, let's take a look at this chart over here in the meanwhile. Pound yen trend line over here, you took a sell at this point. Nice. Maybe I can add trend line confluence if price ranges during pre-NY. What do you think of trend lines? Yeah, you can. You can, but I don't trade based on trend lines, so I can't really advise anything on trend lines. They do work. I know when we have a steep trend line like this and we break, there's an opportunity for price to continue breaking down. But what I felt was, like on the small time frame especially, sometimes the trend lines, they basically contradict support resistance at times. So you got to take that into consideration as well when you're plotting trend lines. We got 3 minutes left over here. Is this a good impulse trade? Safe today is a Tuesday. Range is small, but with NY volume expected to push through support eventually. Yes. Yes. Because since we consolidated, we didn't have much confirmation. And if you took a sell over here, anticipating price to continue breaking support, I would say yes, that would have been a pretty good move. And if this was on a Tuesday or a Wednesday, I would have taken that sell as well for price to continue down to retest the low. Hey Roja, so I took this trade. I told you that I'm taking side notes of my trades for a month and I'll be studying hard. Let's take a look at this. This is a sell on pound yen. Oh, nice. Man, you guys took the same sells on pound yen and put stops to break even there. Beautiful. Well done. Well done. I'm more of a cautious trader. You know, I'm like a gazelle. I'm like a rabbit. Like I get scared way too easily on the charts, you know, so I'm very, very cautious. So you're about to close in like a minute and a half over here. Now I think there's a high probability for price to continue moving down. Thank you for putting Kerwin in timeout. Oh. I don't think I can put him in timeout, man. He's a big guy.
Oh, man.
You're just sitting on a support zone for potential 20 pips on the upside. Can you please do quick review on USDJPY? Yeah, let's take a look over here. We did take a look at this. Oh, nice. We are moving up to this resistance now, 103.830. So this is where we did a review, right? We broke above resistance and there was a high probability for price to continue up because we have this clean range. But the only issue was this was a 11 pip range. You know, like, yeah, 9, 10, 11 pip range. 12 pip range, 11, 12 pip range. And then we got another room to go up over here at 103.920. This is starts the new 30-minute candle. Let's take a look at pound yen. Pound yen is closing bearish. 30-minute candle is at support. Yeah, it's getting pretty tricky over here. Let's take a look at the 5-minute time frame. Yeah, they're closing bullish over here. They're rejecting that area over there too. So I think we'll need to see a break below these wicks for price to continue down. And measuring this range, it's like a smaller range, 13, 14 pip range over here. How do you define the thickness of your support and resistance? The thickness of your support resistance. That comes with experience, I would say, right? I mean, it's like a ballpark thickness. Yeah, I don't know the best way to explain it. It's just like ballpark values. I mean, if you look right over here, this is just measured based on these wicks over there. Because when I'm drawing this zone, right? Let's say I'm drawing this zone to the left-hand side, and this zone is being drawn to tell me that, okay, price can come over here and reject it, right? But if we get a candle closing above this area, then we can say, okay, price can continue moving bullish. So, I mean, the thickness of the zone, yeah, it's based on experience. So with experience, you're gonna draw the thickness of the zone. I don't know the best way to explain it, but let people talk to me out of the trades. Oh, I let people talk to me out of trades, and they always go the way I thought. How do I get confidence in my trading? Stop listening to those people. Whoever that is, if that's me, if that's Kerwin, if that's your friends, your brother, your mama, anyone, you know, just stop listening to those people. I used to have the same problem too, you know, because sometimes, you know, when we would be trading as a group, I would call out a trade, and some people would take a trade, and that would be a losing trade, and you know, and there would be some people who would be in a opposite trade, and they would close out their opposite trade, and they would take my trade and lose, and then they would blame me for the loss. And I'm like, hey, listen, why are you blaming me for the loss? You know, and some days I can be wrong, some days Ted can be wrong, Kerwin can be wrong. It happens, you know. So when you have your analysis, you have to stick to your own analysis, you know, so then you can own up to it. If you're gonna deviate from your analysis and take someone else's analysis, one, the reason why you're doing that is because you're not confident enough in your own analysis. And when you jump to someone else's analysis, that means that you're jumping into an analysis which you don't know nothing about. You're just blindly following someone's analysis. You know, so when you have analysis, just like stick to your analysis. Hey Caesar, nice curtains there in the background. We ordered kind of like the same curtains for our house. Yeah, to match with our couches, we have the same couches, colored couches, red couches. Oh yeah, matching with the shirt. All right. Raja, do you believe on signal or setup signal once you're a beginner? I don't know what that means. Signals. When I first started, I subscribed to signals, and that was called, go to www.com, OTM signals. Yeah, OTM signals. They're no longer here now. But this is what I subscribed to in the beginning, OTM signals. And for the most part, they were pretty good signals, right? But then it was like, yeah, whatever. And now you look, OTM signals, they're gone. So whenever you guys have signals, if your signal provider just dies, what are you going to do after that? Right? So my signal provider went away. And now
Coach, I think.
Oh.
Sorry, cutting you off. I think Ted was on that as well. I've scrolled all the way down on Ted's Instagram.
Yeah,
and at
exactly.
one point, he just hashtags OTM signals.
Yeah. You know, because like we were new, we were learning.
Yeah.
And one thing I learned from signals was that whenever they would send a signal, I would plot it out on the chart. You know, and for the most part, it didn't make any sense because the stops were way too big and take profits were small. And I was like, man, why? Why are they setting this signal? You know, so I think I learned a lot from signals that way by like really plotting them on the chart and really trying to see if that makes if this makes sense or not.
Yeah, and for anyone in the gulag, I mean, when like you guys post profits or Uncle Ted, there's always the entry price available as well. So you can the entry and the price that you exited the trade. So you can actually, if you really were interested, you can look at the trade, where they entered, why they entered, if you know what I mean. For anyone that's learning or wants to see why that trade was taken by either you or Uncle Ted. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Yeah, exactly. I know you said a good entry is the break of the 15-minute low on GJ, but if it's doing a retest now, once it flips bearish, that's acceptable. Well, it's back in the range at this point now, right? We're back in this range. So you would want to see price to break below this area to continue bearish. Would you make a TikTok? What? Would you make a TikTok account to grow following? I already have a TikTok account, but I don't really post on it. I don't know. I don't know. It's too cringy, man. I mean, posting on TikTok about Forex, it's just too cringy. I mean, what am I going to post about? Oh, look how much I made. It's too cringy. I can't. No, man. TikTok is a whole nother world. You know, it's a whole nother world of trolls and all that. It's just different, man, TikTok. What I might do is I might open OnlyFans instead of TikTok, you know, and give premium signals on OnlyFans. Oh, all right, we're breaking the lows over here now. We broke the lows on a 15-minute time frame, kind of like a little bit. Not the lows, but we're pushing bearish. Looking at the 5-minute here as well, we're pushing bearish. Perfect. This is the indication you need for price to continue bearish at this point. Once we cross below, you know, 141, 560, 550, then we can continue moving bearish because this is our rejection area right over here. So we need price to come below this rejection area to continue down. So yeah, so we're gonna see if we can get some signal surfs going on OnlyFans. So only my true fans can join. All right, we're coming down, coming below 141, 560, 550, and then we're gonna go downtown. How do we find entries, bro? I'm literally talking about this. Literally talking about entries at this point.
Thank you, Raja. I was hiding in the back today, leaving for the weekend. I wish everyone have a great weekend. Don't do stupid shit on Friday. And that's it, man.
What happened with the fight? You win the fight or are you still fighting?
Oh, I just won the fight. Yeah. I grabbed that sell on GJ.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah. Now that runner is fighting for me, you know. So, yeah. So it was amazing. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much for everything you did, Raja.
Beautiful, man. Thank you. Take care.
Take care, Sasha.
Take care, guys.
a beer on me.
At what point do you begin increasing your lot sizes? Kerwin, what do you think?
I just start seeing the the confidence that you need. Basically, it's gonna become when you start seeing your profits coming to let's say you're taking trades and at least 8 of the 10 trades you can win. And this is not gonna happen over time. From overnight, because you're still gonna lose some trades, and you're gonna see that maybe you're risking profits from 2 days in basically one trade, because that happened to me many times. I basically full margin some setups, and that setup, plain and simple, didn't play out the way I wanted. So I basically risked the profits from 2 days, but I know that this is it's a game of probabilities. So I just has to be right in 1 week at least 8 times.
Yeah, that's what I think too. Like the more you start to get profitable, I think it happens naturally, because like once you're looking at just one pair, you're focusing on one session. Of course, like when you spend like about 2-3 months on just one pair, you start to identify certain patterns that are profitable. Something like on gold right over here. Once we broke below, price fell down. So once you start seeing these same things over and over again, just naturally you tell yourself, hey, like what? I've been seeing the same situation happen, and they work most of the time. So maybe today I want to risk, let's say, if I usually go with like a 1 lot, maybe I'm gonna go with like a 2 lot or with the 1.5 lot. So naturally you start increasing your lot sizes. But the biggest mistake people make is that when you increase your lot sizes and you take that first loss, you have the habit of going back to your smaller lot size.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
so so when you go back to your smaller lot size after that, then I mean you're basically destroying your risk management at that time, because you took a loss on a bigger lot size. So when you go back to a smaller lot size and you take a win, you're still in a net loss. So once you up your lot size, you got to keep the same lot size.
Yeah, that's right. Because sometimes you're gonna, let's say you were using let's say 50 cents in basically the first 3 days of the week, and then let's say you have around $200 in profits, right? So on Thursday you may take a trade and you increase your lot size to, let's say, $1. So you only have basically 20 pips to risk. If you take the trade, and 20 pips is the most you can risk on this trade. I mean, you only have one shot. If not, then you already lost your profits from the entire week. So it's kind of risky, but you gotta take the risk, because if not, you're gonna continue in the same in the same way, just playing with cents. And it's something that it's really comes with confidence. Overnight, it's not gonna happen. You're gonna find out that some setups, it's gonna be really really good setups that you can risk 2 or 3% of your account, and other setups that you just want to sit on your hands. There's a lot of times you guys take trades here, and I don't take those trades because I don't feel confidence, and to risk the money on that trade, man, it doesn't make sense to me. But then there are some other setups that I know they will play out really nice, and I take them. And I tend to hold, for example, on gold, I tend to hold 100 and 200 pips on gold, and that's it, man.
Man, hopefully this GJ starts to break up. I've been holding on to this trade for like long now.
Oh, GG sauce right now.
No, I'm holding on to buys. Expecting,
Oh, okay.
yeah, I
Okay.
sent my chart in earlier. Expecting it not to break below 14150. Bounce off that 4-hour spot.
Okay.
But yeah, my entries are around 141, 60, 59, 60. So
Oh, so you're still in profits right now.
yeah, I'm expecting if you go on the 4-hour, I'm expecting I've got a fib up as well. I'm expecting it to go back up to 142.15 level.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm just holding on to it. It's a swing trade, so
Yeah, 141.60 is holding. So
yeah.
as long as it holds,
Yeah. Coach is looking at me like, looking at the camera like, man, that trade isn't gonna work.
No. No, just looking at the charts.
so you're gonna hold it through the weekend, right?
I'm not sure, but right now they're all up like all over 10 pips. So.
See, here's the thing. Once this 4-hour candle closes,
Yeah.
I think the next 4-hour candle has to respect this low over here for it to continue moving bullish.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the major thing is for the 4-hour not to close below that 141.50 level. My one's at 50 or at 60, but yeah. But yeah, I'm just holding.
Nice. Your JPY is also breaking above over here to continue bullish. Where do you recommend learning fibs from? You can go to babypips.com. There are a lot of videos on YouTube as well for fibs. Lots of videos on YouTube for fibs. Yeah, your JPY looks like it's breaking above this area. Now this 30-minute candle has to close for the next 30-minute candle to continue bullish. But anyway, guys, it's a Friday. I'm going to head off over here. We had a pretty good trade on gold over here. Price came down. This was the only trade we called today for price to come down on gold. But that's about it for different, like, courses like Fibonacci's and this and that. We're gonna try to get those on Dominion Market so that when people do trade there, they can maybe look into those things through commissions. But we'll see how that goes. We're still in talks with some educators out there. So take care, everyone. Thank you for coming up every day. Just like today, I really appreciate it. Without you guys, we wouldn't have these live streams. Plain and simple.
Take care, bro.
My brother.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Raja.
Thank you, Raja.
Yeah, man. Take care, everybody.
Shukriya, shukriya.
Thank you.
Bye, thank you, everyone.
Have fun, have fun.
Ciao, 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 ciao.
Sweet dreams, sweet dreams. Ah, I saw the name. I saw the name who that was. And I saw that name, whoever that was.
Okay.
Let's get some money.
Say it.
Yeah, no.
No, say it.
It's following him.
Get some money.
Say it.
No, I don't know who that was. I don't know.
Expose that man.
But he definitely got scared.
Yeah.
He's like, oh shit. All right. Have a good weekend.
Appreciate it, Raja.
Don't say it,
bro.
man.
He's
Come
so
on.
white right now.
Peace out.
Have a good one.
Adios, CJ.
Oh, where's Ty? Yeah, Ty's not here today. Ty probably slept in. Maybe that's why he's not here today. But all right, peace out.